Good morning, ambassadors, speakers, and all participants of the conference. First of all, it is a great honor for Cēsis to host the Nordic Days 2022. I know that both the citizens of Cēsis and within the region will take advantage of the opportunity to enjoy a movie, an exhibition, or beautiful concert as part of your cultural offering, as well as take a part in discussions regarding the latest business trends that we will talk about today. The topic of the business conference on STEM and space as new cooperation horizons is relevant for all of us, the Nordic countries, Latvia and Cēsis in particular, for several reasons. First of all, STEM knowledge and skills are very important in creating new innovations and high added value businesses that are vital for globally small economies such as ours. Secondly, it is necessary to do everything in our power to popularize STEM among young people, so that they choose to study these subjects and then learn STEM-related professions. It must be recognized that Latvia and also Cēsis face the challenge of being able to sell STEM to young people. Thirdly, space and other related businesses are one of the fastest growing sectors globally. And while visiting Norway Endøy Space Center, I got an insight into how much of priority space is for Norway, and I assume for all Nordic countries. And finally, what can Cēsis do about it? We are building our Space Education Center, which we plan to open 2023, in order to strengthen interest in STEM. We are also proud to have two scientific institutes within Cēsis municipality, one of which, the Institute of Environmental Solutions, a private scientific institution, is one of the few that cooperates with the agency, European Space Agency, on common projects. We really hope that today will be an informative and productive day for all of you, and that we will create new ideas and projects for the development and cooperation of STEM and space, as well as the Nordics and Latvia. Thank you. See you in Cēsis. See you in space.
Thank you, Jānis. I should mention, I should put a private note. The reason why Cēsis is so active in the space industry is mostly because of ambitions and future visions of Jānis as well. So thank you, Jānis. As a second welcome speech, I would like to invite Her Excellency Ine Måreng. Is it correct? Yes, Ambassador of Norway to Latvia.
Thank you. Labrit, good morning. Honorable Ministers, Mayor, ladies and gentlemen. I have the pleasure on behalf of the Nordic family, my colleagues from the Nordic embassies and the Nordic Council of Ministers, to welcome you to this business forum on STEM and space. And allow me, first of all, to thank you, all of our colleagues who have put a lot of hard work into this seminar to be made. So I just want to put that on the record. Thank you so much. The Nordic embassies, together with the Nordic Council of Ministers, are very pleased that this seminar is taking part as our Nordic Days 2022 in Cēsis. This seminar serves as a timely appetizer to the opening of the Space Center in March next year. There's a picture over there, in this very vibrant and lovely municipality that you have. We really enjoyed our day here yesterday. As you probably know, the EEA and Norway grants are funded by Norway, Liechtenstein, and Iceland. And I want to make it absolutely clear that these grants are a part of the wider EU funding for a resilient and prosperous Europe. And today's seminar is partly funded from those funds. I'm really looking forward to today. I'm a diplomat, I'm a civil servant, but actually, deep down, I'm also a resource geographer. Space is a field that is on the rise. and STEM is at the core of this science and applied science. And I am very proud that we have both the Norwegian Andøya Space Center, Kjeller Innovation, and the Norwegian Space Business Incubation Center here today. So you will hear from them later today. Space science is so much more than moon rockets. It is, in fact, just as much about everyday and applied science, and we will hear a lot more about that today. STEM is the science where in Norway and other countries we are struggling to get the youngsters to take up. Math and physics and chemistry is not the subjects they want to follow. Therefore, I was really pleased yesterday visiting the gymnasium to see in the class of science students that there was 50-50 boys and girls. We really need to keep up the work to get the youngsters to do this. Closing up, this, as I said, is the first step. Next step is the opening up of the Space Center. And then maybe we can have sort of an aim out there, not just to see each other in space, Mayor, but also that we have a Nordic-Baltic cooperation on the space incubation centers. We really need to be one region, also in this regard, if we are to take up the competition with, among our other European partners, Germany and France. So everybody enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ine. Also on a personal note, we really appreciate the EE grants, especially in Cēsis, because we've been building our first science center in Cēsis more than 10 years ago now. And thanks to you, we are building a next bigger science center in Latvia. So very big thanks to all the Norwegians, and of course a little bit to Luxembourgians and Icelandic people. Very good. So thank you very much for welcoming speeches, and then we can officially start our business forum. And as our first speaker, I would like to invite Ms. Ieva Siliņa, advisor to the Minister of Economics, and she is the advisor, yes, on innovations and digitalization. Is that correct? Yeah, and a little bit before we actually give a floor, I still want to say a little words about Ieva. Ieva is a science manager and a communicator, passionate about knowledge transfer and sustainable development. For 5 years, she has been the leader of the most influential and largest young scientist organization in Latvia, Association of Latvian Young Scientists. Now, Ieva is advisor to the Minister of Economics for Innovation and Digitalization and External Science and Education Policy Advisor to the President of Latvia. So please welcome Ieva. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Their Excellencies, researchers, entrepreneurs, policymakers, science and education enthusiasts. Let me begin by warm greetings from Minister of Economics, Ilse Indriksson. Due to energy crisis, she was unfortunately unable to join us today, but I can assure you that the Minister in her heart is with us and holds dearly values of cooperation, innovation and growth. It's a great pleasure being here today celebrating Nordic-Baltic cooperation in the most important areas of all, education, science and business. This actually is a golden age of science. There is plenty of top-notch infrastructure, availability of information, dynamic pace of research. Even more, COVID-19 crisis has fully shown the value of science to the society, and scientists has gained more trust and more respect. In the same time, scientists are just servants to the society, same as politicians and same as policymakers. The goal of all the research is to serve the community, solve the challenges of our civilization, and provide better life for the people. And this goal cannot be met without cooperation. Cooperation between scientists, government and entrepreneurs. Even more, in science there are no borders, just common values and shared goals. This is why Nordic-Baltic cooperation has been so important to us here in Latvia. We have similar values, similar traditions and similar aspirations. We believe in creativity, equality, sustainability and prosperity. Together we strive for green economy, a circular economy and high value-added economy. We are very thankful to our Nordic colleagues for all the cooperation, all the mentoring and advice, all the grants allowing us to leap forward in this common vision of future. Especially, I'd like to express gratitude for Norway grants, already mentioned here, for supporting Latvian science and innovation centers. All of our centers inspiring kids to consider career in STEM as cooperation partners in Norway, allowing them to be more efficient, more exciting, and learn from Nordic experience. Science innovation centers in Jelgava, Daugavpils, Liepāja are doing a great job. I personally have just the best reviews from Scientist to Be, who has visited the Visium Center in Ventspils. And of course, we are very much looking forward to having Cēsis Space Education Center and definitely Riga's Technical University Space Innovation Science and Education Center in Riga. I believe that with cooperation and common effort, STEM can be empowered and brought to every classroom, especially in schools outside the capital. Even more, diaspora youth has expressed their interest in joining STEM activities online. Ministry of Economics promises to be a worthy partner to the science education centers in our mission of fostering science, innovation, and STEM education. We urge the centers to unite in association to make this cooperation even more effective. Smart investments are of the highest importance to the ministry, so for the next planning period, which are just around the corner, we have developed state-provided support programs directly related to digitalization and STEM fields. We'll continue to bring state-of-art research innovations to our enterprises. We'll continue to support business incubators and startup communities. And of course, we cherish and support our bigger enterprises, our exporters, for bringing the value, the resources to our state to flourish. May your dreams come true. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ieva. On a personal note, first of all, I remember Ieva a few years ago when she came with the kids to Cēsis when we were launching the first rockets. And I remember the spark in the eyes, not only the kids, but also Ieva. So this shows really that space could be a very good motivator for young children to get into the space. Not everyone will become a rocket engineers or astronauts, but this is a good inspiration. But secondly, also a very big thanks to Ieva, as she's been investing a lot of time in creating environment for young scientists to go and fight for the new and interesting projects. So big thanks to you, Ieva. Very good. So as our next speaker, I would like to invite EV Anna Buce, Director of Investment Project Department at Investment and Development Agency of Latvia. Ine? Ivi, oh, sorry. Ivi, so. Sorry. Yes.
I'm only Ivi in Latvia. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, Your Excellencies, good morning. And at first, of course, I also want to thank all the organizers and Norwegian Embassy for an initiative of having such a great event and bringing bright minds together. Oh, sorry. We are a relatively small country with less than 2 million inhabitants. But we have gained strength and stability by joining EU, NATO, and OECD. And of course, this is also security and investment stability for our foreign investors. Latvia is a diverse, digitally advanced, and cost-efficient country. And we are number one in the EU with the largest share of women in management, 45%. And we're number one as the most startup-friendly country in the world. And we are number one in the Baltics, sorry, Lithuania and Estonia, in innovation. Latvia has defined these 6 smart sectors as priority sectors, which means that we are also trying to give all the support, especially for these sectors. Local companies and locally registered companies have access to a broad range of incentives for every stage of business. Starting from idea development, business and innovations, export development, we have 5 special economic zones, and we have created also a green corridor, which means that all the time you have to spend on administrative things is cut to half. We also support innovations. There are several things like employee training, where you can learn best practices from other countries. There are innovation vouchers for you, new ideas. There are different startup benefits. So Latvia really encourages and welcomes innovations. If we turn to figures, our economy is growing. Latest figure from Q2 2022, 3% GDP growth. We have grown 4% in FDI since the beginning of the year, and 80% of our FDI comes from European Union. And as you can see in top right, among major investments into Latvian economy, there are everybody, all Nordic and Baltic countries, which means that region is extremely important for us. Here you can see year-by-year development of FDI of Nordic and Baltic countries. And if you compare contribution of Nordic and Baltic countries, then, for example, in 2015, that was 44% from total FDI. In 2020, that was 47%. And in Q2 2022, it was already 56%. Here you can see top 5 sectors, and also comparison total FDI and Nordics and Baltics, and you can see that actually sectors are the same and sequence is the same, only some percentages is different. I was talking only about investments, it's kind of a bit closer to me, but I have also one slide on exports. And exports to Nordics and Baltics in particular, and here you also can see total figures, share of total exports, and also country by country, year by year. There are a lot of success stories, and first I would like to mention Norwegian, because of Norwegian embassy being initiator of this all good thing. They came last year. They came with a business support center, and there at the moment are working more than 100 persons. The plan is to increase up to 600 in 3-year time, depending, of course, on aviation industry recovery. Next is Anadox Energy Systems, investment from Sweden. They came this year, and their plan is to produce high-power batteries. And the third success story is coming from Denmark. Baltic Renewables came to Latvia last year with considerable investment, and this year already they are digging ground in Rēzekne for solar park. Those were success stories. But as an opportunity for all countries in the region, I would like to mention Elwind offshore wind park, which is a joint project of Latvia and Estonia, and is aiming to raise energy independence in the region by increasing production of green energy and improving interstate electricity connectivity. And this project will give both Latvia and Estonia potential of moving from being electricity importers to electricity exporters, surely increasing countries' overall competitiveness and also attractiveness for investment in particular. The project itself will boost development of related industries, increase importance of STEM, and will bring huge opportunities for cooperation within the region. And this is also what Norwegian ambassador said about that we have to form something together, and we can do a lot of things together. And Elwind, I believe, is a great opportunity for all our countries. And from Lia's side, we'll be happy to serve and to help to develop and flourish, either from our offices abroad, either from Riga, or we'll come wherever you need us. And this is a small part of those companies from Nordics and the Baltics who are in Latvia already. And thank you. That's it from my side. And I wish you and wish us all a productive day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ivi. I don't have a personal note for you, we just met. But nevertheless, I would like to say very big thanks to LIA, our investment and development agency, which been supporting the space industry, at least in Latvia, strongly. Most of our space industry members are now in France at the International Astronautical Congress, where they're generating exports for our economy. The same is true for other Nordic and Baltic countries who are now really trying to push through this big and growing market. So very big thanks for supporting the space industry so far.